listen, in our long career of being influencers in the public sphere, we've been swatted several times.
Yep.
People say, "Hey, I killed my wife and kids, and I'm in the closet, and I'm gonna kill myself."
And I put bombs around the house.
It's usually something like that, and then the helicopters come, fire trucks come, police come. I remember it happened where they went around the perimeter of our house and Shredder got out. It was so scary. That part was so scary. We weren't there at the time. We've also had the FBI come to our house, actually, at this point, several times. One of them being to tell us not to open any packages until
further notice.
Until further notice. Yeah. Those were all, I'm pretty sure, from more like on the right side of anti-Semitism, Nazi-adjacent types of shit. And we knew that because one of the guys who doxed us, I was getting letters from the Department of Justice for like an entire year updating me on this guy's case.
Yeah.
Who's a member of, what's happening?
He's fixing my camera, I think.
Oh, okay. I forget he was part of some neo-Nazi gang that was actually responsible for like assassinating people for real. Yeah.
Yeah, I forget the name, but it was like a real.
Yeah, there's
a name and a face.
So that's what we've been through. Although I'll say this morning, we after all these years, still getting new experiences. This morning we got a visit from Child Protective Services. Because I told this story on the show a few weeks ago about how when we adopted Olive, she had Giardia. And then the next day, Sonny started having diarrhea, so we suspected he might have Giardia. Seeing as that he's an infant, he's crawling around, he's putting everything in his mouth, etc. Makes sense, right? It's obvious. Turned into this whole Snark narrative that our house is a mess, that there's dog shit everywhere, that Sonny is eating shit and getting Giardia, and that, et cetera, et cetera. An anonymous call went into them on the 3rd saying that they were somebody that works at the house, and they wanted to report us because our kids are crawling around eating dog shit and getting viruses. And they were able to provide enough details because of what I said on the show to make it appear that it was somebody. He said, like, when he first showed up, he's like, it's somebody that you know who made the report. And I'm like, no, okay. So, I mean, they used, I mean, yeah, you could easily impersonate.
What's truly, like, despicable to me is the fact that, like, you hear so often that CPS, like, that they're
underfunded.
Yes, and also it always, like, seeps through the cracks for some reason.
Yeah.
And so the fact that they were so on it here, it's like that could have gone to a family that really needed it and a child that really needed to be saved. Like,
I was pretty surprised. I mean, one anonymous call. I was like, that's all it takes. But I guess the thing is, he was like, we thought it was someone who.
I can't imagine how scary.
The guy was very nice. He was a very professional, a nice young guy, very nice. Part of this harassment campaign. We've been visited by the FBI. We've been swatted, this and that. And we talked for a while. He gets it, but there's certain things that I guess he has to do. So he looked all. I mean, you walked around with him. I was upset about the whole thing.
He wanted to look at everything.
Well, the house is spotless.
He was checking the house and like, where do the dogs go potty? Because we heard that there's poop on the floor.
The house is spotless.
Our house is so clean.
And also, we literally installed this huge, it's like a huge outdoor area connected to a doggy door.
Yeah, because we live in an area where there are coyotes, and we did fence our house like really well. They don't really get in the backyard, but for our own peace of mind, we wouldn't let the dogs out unsupervised.
Hell no, in the middle of the night, especially if we're
Especially in the middle of the night. So we set up a doggy door for them that once you exit it, you are in an totally enclosed, like a huge cage. It's not like a small cage. It's like a room. Yeah, I mean, everybody in our house is very privileged, including the dogs and the kids. So I showed him, like, we take them out. They have a
access
giant
24/7.
backyard, and then they even have this enclosure that we built just for them so they can go out safely at night. Then I showed him the kids' rooms, and he's like, "Oh yeah, lots of toys," and I'm like, "Yep, lots of toys." Then
dog shit anywhere
he
so
wanted to
far.
see Sunny. I went to show him Sunny, and he fucking woke up Sunny that was taking a nap. Not on purpose, but he wanted to take a look. And Sunny is like, they sense everything.
Yeah.
The babies can sense. And it's like, what the fuck is this stranger staring at me in my room? Then they wanted to talk to our nanny and ask questions. Who feeds the kids? Who takes care of them? Who takes them to school? And like,
What do you do when you get angry at your kids?
yeah, what
What do you do when a dog poops on the floor? And then the part that, in my opinion, crossed the line was like, so I'm going to visit your kids at school and ask them questions. And I says, you're not fucking doing that.
No,
I mean, we
that's-
both were like, that's not happening. You're
No.
not going.
Terrifying.
You are not doing that. He agreed to come visit our
Come back
house
next week.
when the kids are at home because he needs to fucking interview our kids.
But I was like, I really don't want you to create any bad memory here for them. Like, they are 5 and 3. They don't understand this shit. So I told him, if you want to come, and I'm going to tell them that you're our friend, and I'm going to be there, and you can ask them questions as our friend, we can do that. But like, anything beyond that is not happening.
I do want to clarify the guy was very nice and understanding.
The guy was nice. I have no problem
He's
with
just
the
doing
guy.
his job, you know, but,
And
like-
it's not related.
it's kind of hard to believe that one anonymous tip can result in this fucking
One
a
anonymous
massive waste-
call.
One
One call.
massive waste of time and resources from a vitally underfunded, understaffed, overworked department that does really important work. And
But then you hear about stories, people that actually need the help and they don't get it.
that's what Olivia was saying, yeah. And this is something, if you go on Reddit and you go on the Snarks, this is something, and the new Snark that they all migrated to is completely unmoderated. This is something that this is a narrative that they've picked up and talk about all the time. And I just wonder at what point, I think Reddit is just waiting for me to kill myself. I genuinely, I don't
Yeah.
know what it takes. And I think if,
That is what it takes. Somebody eventually will do that, and then they'll be like, "Oh no, there's this phenomenon
we had
called
no
Snark
idea.
pages."
We had no idea.
And then the journalist will write about it,
The
and they'll be
fucking
like,
journalists, by
"Can
the
you
way.
believe this phenomena of Snark pages?"
The same people who are like, Ethan
Yeah.
Klein is actually in a state of psychosis.
Yeah.
He says that nobody's ever been harassed like him in the history of the internet. And actually, I'm going to interview the mods of these Snark subreddits and also characterize them as heroes. I just really don't understand. Again, Trisha's subreddit was ruining her life, or the Snark one.
Yeah.
It was super toxic there, and she got it removed fairly easily.
You know what I would like to say too is that, like, if she actually cared about us and about other parents and children, she would tell her friends to back off. Because to me, a lot of these people are her fans. It started as Frenemies 3 for the people that remember. There was Frenemies, then there was Frenemies 2, then Frenemies
Right,
3
I forgot about all that.
was like the latest Snark page. Then it became
man.
it
Shout
had
out to Frenemies 12, by the way.
a rebrand to
Oh, yeah,
H.
that was a real one. They went
It
all the way
became
up to 12.
H3 Snark. And then Israel-Palestine happened, and they took this like, oh, okay, actually we can pretend that we actually care about Israel-Palestine, and that's our new cause. But
Despite
I'm
the
pretty sure a lot of
or
those
this-
people are from Trisha's days, and then they also like combined with Hassan, so it became this like axis.
Yeah,
of-
before October
all these
7th, it
people?
was like pretty much just a collective of really deranged weirdos that nobody took seriously.
yeah.
And then after October 7th, it really took off. And it started going mainstream when people like Hassan and other people in the world started citing it and calling it out. And people like Adam McIntyre who were like, I respect Snark.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
doing good work.
That's
And
exactly like
Ethan-
what's frustrating me with the whole internet right now is how everybody's such a hypocrite. And when they want, they can cite the Snark like some actual source. And then when it doesn't fit the narrative, then, you know, they'll say whatever. But yeah, I'll even ask Trisha, why don't you say something to your fans? I haven't seen her say anything, but I know how she knows how it feels. She was saying she was suicidal.
Yeah, that's yeah. I'm not exactly sure how she got hers down. I've heard it.
I mean, she was saying she was suicidal. Probably that's how.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not cynical enough to lie about being suicidal, like she is, but at a certain point, it's like.
And I mean, when she was on the show, she talked about how she loves following the Vlog Squad and
That's true.
following all their dramas, and she checks the Reddit all day long. I'm sure she does it with H3 Snark.
No, yeah, I'm sure that
I'm
her
sure
and
she
Moses,
does.
and
So
Moses
for everybody
especially.
that loves Trisha's new arc and loves to parade her,
Well, what I don't understand is
I'm sure that's what she does. She's on Snark every day, probably. If she actually didn't like what they were doing, she would tell something to her friends to stop it.
Well, I actually at first didn't even think that it was Trisha fans. I was like, this is too deranged. Like, it's been a long time. I doubt these are Trisha fans. It seems like too political. And then through our research and our informants, found out that the two main snarkers are Trisha mega fans.
Yeah, and that was a confirmation for me. I thought it was for a long time. I knew it was actually because I remember it was Frenemies 3. That's where it started. It originated from those people.
You're right about that.
We never had a Snark before. There was never such a thing.
So, and
to anybody that has a problem with my opinion, that is my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion based on my experience with Trisha, with Frenemies, and with everything and whatever the fuck I'm going through. That is my opinion. You can disagree. You can think whatever you want.
I don't think you said anything that bad. I mean, I accused her of lying about
and I know that some people had opinions about that, and I think you're entitled to your opinion too.
Yeah, but
opinions are opinions.
I have a very
they're based on our personal experience and what we're going through.
I mean, listen, if you want someone's opinion about Trisha and Moses, I don't think there's anyone more informed to talk about them than me. But anyway, listen. The ironic part about it being Trisha fans is that they've really adopted the whole genocide narrative.
Yes.
They found that was like the most effective way.
And that's the next thing that drives me so crazy. Because like, if that's actually your cause, but you have no problem with Trisha and Moses, then what the fuck? What the fuck? She showed up to our holiday dinner dressed in IDF costume, and you're okay with that?
I mean, she's also done stuff on video where she's like, we don't care about Palestinians. We're full Jew. We're full Israel all the way. And and you want to talk about Hila being a secretary? Moses was he was served in a combat position in the fucking Air Force.
And I don't have a problem with what he did.
No,
but you should apparently. That's my point. Apparently, you should have a problem. But you guys, some of you guys, a good portion of you are Trisha fans. So you just found a new cause to pretend that you care about.
Well, the unfortunate thing has been picked up now by Hassan and
that's
people
my
in
next
his
problem.
Orbit. Yeah.
Is that people like Hassan will cite the Snark like it's an actual source for something.
Yeah. No, they do.
I swear, the whole world has gone crazy.
While simultaneously, Hassan's someone who's like, crying to live stream fails moderators to, you can't, I'm being harassed, you have to remove me, don't talk about me, the Reddit they're obsessed over me, and it's so unfair, and it's like nobody gives a fuck. But someone like Adam especially, who's like on record being like, I respect Snark.
Adam McIntyre needs to just like disappear. That guy is a piece of shit, like of the lowest order. I never even stood by him when he talked bad about Trisha having a kid and called him like the spawn of Satan. He was supposedly on our side. I would never even co-sign that. I was disgusted by that statement too.
Isn't he
but now he's back on Trisha's
he's
side.
trying to buddy up. I think he's trying to get on Jones'
now
side.
he's back on her side. But I remember when he called her kid the spawn of Satan.
I never said anything
and
like
I was
that.
supposed to be like cheering on, but I wasn't going to cheer that on. That's disgusting.
Why do we forget that he called her children, which is something we would never do, the spawn of Satan?
It's disgusting. It's a piece of shit of a human.
It's just incredible who ends up being the good guys in this story. It's really something.
I honestly don't care anymore. I really don't care about anybody and anything. And it's an interesting place to be at mentally. But yeah, I'll talk shit about anybody. I'll talk shit about anybody. Everybody's so two-faced, so shallow in reality. They're so shallow, surface level. And yeah, that's what I really feel.
Yeah, friends like these.
Oh yeah, and our other good friends.
Yeah.
Anissa and Ian. Yeah, Thanks, Anissa, for standing up for your girl. I actually stood up for you so many times because, like, why would I not? It was crazy. It was crazy. People were shitting on you and Ian because you did OnlyFans. Of course I was going to stand by you. That's insane. It's absolutely insane and disgusting. But now you choose to hang out with people that would have a problem with you if you defended me. So,
The problem.
okay, if you want to hang out with those people and have no spine and not stand up for another girl that stood up for you, enjoy your new friends.
She's friends with people like Denims.
I know.
In her chat,
Yeah,
which I'll
she's
show.
friends with
Denims is
Denim.
actually participating in this whole child protective service lie.
Yeah,
Which I'll
and if
show you
you're
guys
friends with
instead.
them, then you're seeing what they're saying, right?
Oh, well, that child protective service is even the worst thing. I mean, she's said worse things about you and me.
Yeah.
And I just don't see how you can be my friend and also be friends with someone like that.
Well, you can't. So I already forgot about you.
The last thing I said to Anissa, we were texting before I ever talked about it. And I said, she's like, I don't care about this guy. He's a nobody. And, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, then you'll have no problem publicly denouncing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, the conversation ended.
She never replied.
Never responded.
But it was so funny how she immediately went to comment everywhere, like on our subreddit. She immediately had to comment like, oh, he doesn't work with us anymore. But that was it. That's all she said.
But then say that you don't
Okay. Do you have
agree.
anything else to say for your friends, though?
Just say he doesn't.
Like,
At least say something like he doesn't work for me, and I strongly disagree, and I support Ethan and Hila. The problem is
that she doesn't.
that's the problem.
That's the problem.
She actually
She thinks they
probably-
have a point.
That's the problem.
Yeah. So go fuck yourself.
I agree.
Who else? Who else do we want to burn today?
Well, I've already burned these ones actually.
I know
You're late
you
to the
already
game.
did most of the work. I'm just.
You're
coming
late.
to,
You're
like-
late to the game.
I'm just coming to enjoy the party.
Let see the flames burn. I mean, yeah, this was kind of like a line. What happened today that should never be crossed, even by like the most cynical, toxic people. It's going to have ramifications in terms of how I conduct myself.
In terms of how I see other people.
In terms of these fair weather friends who are, you know, so happy to be friends as long as they're getting something out of it. But as soon as it's like it's so easy to be anti-racist. Everybody's anti-racist.
Mm-hmm.
Racism is the worst thing in the world, right? We fucking hate racists. Fuck racists.
Microaggressions.
But
and all this stuff.
the minute that they actually have to stick their neck out for somebody, the minute they have to actually risk something to put themselves in under scrutiny, to actually sacrifice something personally to stand up for racism, then all of a sudden it's like, hey, I don't want to get involved.
And that's drama.
How much do you care?
I don't do drama.
How much
Sorry.
do you actually care? Isn't that the whole point? Like, if you want to speak against racism, if you want to be that good person, that activist or whatever, like, isn't the whole point that you are saying difficult things, that you're taking the difficult stance? You're not it's not about going along with the crowd and being like, I hate racists, guys. Aren't we all the best? It's about actually fucking doing the right thing when it's difficult to do.
Yeah.
I mean, go back to the civil rights. You think that the people who are like the white kids who are protesting with the black students, you think that they were just like not risking anything? Those kids who are marching with the black students and...
I mean, why is it inspiring? Why is it inspiring?
Well, and it's the same thing, to bring it back to the song just because, but it kind of is the same thing. Like, I was thinking about going to Gaza until I found out it's dangerous.
Until I found out they don't have like a 5-star suite for me with private security waiting there.
I was guaranteed the presidential suite, and they can't offer security. So now that I found out it's dangerous, I actually am not going. That is performative, and people are still applauding him. I mean, that's evidence. That's like the most tangible evidence that he's a total performative activist that doesn't give a single fuck about the cause. Otherwise, he'd go. He would show that he would go.
Like, people like Anissa are the perfect example because she's friends with these people. She's friends with Denims. Denims is streaming this story about our kid.
I'll show that, yeah.
Getting giardia from the dog, whatever. By the way, that's not what it was in the end. Ethan was just sharing his thoughts, what we were thinking, we were speculating. Like, humans.
Well, I'm very open about everything. It's part of what I decided a long time ago was an aspect of the show of how I wanted to conduct myself and how I wanted to relate to the audience is to be open as possible about every fucking thing in my life. I bring it all to the table, right? That's just like how I decided to conduct this show, how I think it's interesting, and how I can relate to real people, you know?
Yeah.
And that's part of what I do here every day, and that's part of what that story was when I was talking about how, although it's very obvious if you listen to me talking about it.
Well, to circle back to what I was saying, Anissa is a perfect example. She could tell those people, hey, you know what? That's too far. You should not say that. That's not okay. I've been to their house. Their house is clean. They treat their kids nice. I've seen them with their kids. She could say so much. And it would make her a little bit uncomfortable, right? It's not comfortable. She'll get a little bit of shit.
Yeah, just for
but
saying
that would be commendable.
And by the way, it kind of speaks for itself that saying, hey, their house is clean, they're actually good people, like that's going to get you shit. That kind of says it all, doesn't it?
It does.
Like that's in my opinion doing something that's
Yes,
difficult and standing by your principles. That's the whole point. That's what makes standing by your principles admirable, is that it's not always easy. People want to stand by their principles. They want to be these heroic advocates, but they don't want to risk fucking anything. Hassan should go to Gaza. And if he doesn't, he should be severely judged by his audience for being a total fucking coward.
It's part of why I judge him. He doesn't know shit about that conflict. He's never been to Gaza, never been to Israel. He doesn't know shit about it.
No, he doesn't.
He does not. But he talks like with such authority. Oh my God. You would think he's been there like 5 times since October 7th already.
You sound like someone that needs to talk to Sam Cedar.
Yeah, Sam Cedar, another one I'm ready to burn.
By the way, Sam Cedar agrees with me. I saw a clip of him the other day being like, saying that he's two-state.
I don't know.
Two-state.
I was like, I agrees with you because he also like protects Hassan at all costs.
Yeah,
so
that's right. There's no.
Oh yeah, and I wanted to say another thing. People are saying this thing like Anissa ruined Ian. Like no.
That's pathetic.
Ian ruined Ian. Anissa ruined Anissa. Ian ruined Ian. They're both adults.
I agree.
They make their own actions. Ian sucks for the same reason right now. He could say something
spineless.
Too. He could say something too. He has his own following.
Well, Ian knows us better than
mouth. He's been with us. He's seen us with our kids.
Spineless. Actually.
He could say something too. So Anissa didn't ruin Ian. That's bullshit. Like don't start thinking like that. People say that about me sometimes.
Well, I thought it was ironic.
That's not how it works. They're adults.
I thought it was really ironic because we defended Anissa against these accusations that she's some corrupting force that
right, and I'm not going to change my mind on it. I'll still defend her on that.
Well, it's super chauvinistic thing that the internet's been talking about, and we always spoke that's just super chauvinistic and fucking gross. But unlike
Hassan, I'm not going to change my morals now because I'm not friends with her anymore. I'll still defend her on that. She did not ruin Ian. Ian can only ruin Ian.
In regards to Ian and Anissa, I mean, obviously it's a weird situation for me, but you guys have obviously been friends a lot longer than I've known either party. But I just want to say, I do wonder if things would be different if they weren't stressed about the crater clash because of what happened last time.
I don't care. Yeah, everybody's stressed in life.
I appreciate you are,
and that's not directed at you. So
but
I'm like fired up.
I completely understand.
At this point, I don't care about
I don't want it to seem like people will say now I yell at you.
Actually, I hear what you're saying, and I'm glad you said it.
Yeah.
From your point POV, our POV is like fuck everybody, and I don't want to hear any excuses.
And again, I know you guys have your own relationship. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's
Listen, this is not directed at you.
They're
but if
very
this is something
nice.
that they would say, then I'll tell them I don't care because I have stress too. We all have stress. We all have shit going on. Always. There's always something happening.
Listen, they're very nice. They're very gracious, nice people that like we have a lot of memories with. Me and Ian have made a ton of content together, and people that I really consider my friend, and we would talk about private things. We would get together. We would go hang out at our house, go for meals and stuff. And like, we were really friends. But at this point, there's no room in my life for halfway friends. Or even 90% friends. It's just not happening anymore. When your friends are responsible for people calling child protective services, and I'm not saying she did, but you'll see in the clip that she's
in the circles of people doing it.
Yeah, then you're not my friend, and you never were, and you never will be.
Anyone who's upset with me in chat, we're literally having a discussion about friends staying silent.
Don't be upset at AB.
Up.
Don't be. It's like it's actually a good point that you bring up because maybe that's something they'll try to say tomorrow when we're not live, so we get to address it now.
I love when I think it's really valuable. I hate that I always have to explain this, and I hope that there comes a day when we don't, but
I know.
this is the internet. When people play devil's advocate on the show, like Dan specifically does it a lot, it's because he is actually evil. He is the devil.
Shaitan over there.
It actually facilitates really valuable conversations where I can interface with the arguments that people are going to say when the show ends, and I can fucking talk. I can flesh out my ideas now and don't have to deal with it like after the fact. You know, it's a good thing.
It makes the conversation better, actually. Like it enriches the conversation because, like Ethan said, it's something that somebody will eventually say. So we get to talk about it now before they say it.
Yeah. I need to emphasize, and I guess I'll continue emphasizing. We are all, everyone in this room is the good guy. There's no fucking like, I can't believe he said this. Like we're all, I promise you that everybody here in this room, in this studio, is a good person. They're on the good. They're not, you know what I mean? They're not whatever it is you think they're doing, or whoever you think they're loyal to, or whatever. Like, trust me, these are all good people here, and they're all doing the right thing. That's just the end of the conversation.
Like I said, this is, you guys know your guys' relationship. I don't know. I only know both parties because of you guys. But yeah, it just makes me sad. When I was with them a couple weeks ago at the event, they were asking about you guys, seeing how you're doing, and then you guys were donating, to the charity. It's so.
I know. It's just like saying it only privately, but nothing publicly is just not gonna cut it for me right now.
Yeah, and listen,
if you can't show support for me publicly, then it tells me there's a problem with you and your crowd. Like if your crowd is the kind of crowd that will not hang with you because you'll show support to me.
Listen, there's a lot of
I'll be fine without you.
There's a lot of people that support us, but they won't say anything because they don't want to deal with the ramifications of what can only be described as like the most organized, malicious harassment campaign I've ever seen. And I know that there's some journalists at fucking Slate that's gonna say that I need a psych eval for saying that or something. But if that, it'd be nice if they actually even asked me a question. I could kind of even. So with all that being said, I'm wondering if there's anything else to say before we watch this Denims clip.
Well, we should watch it because I feel like I'm already referencing it so much because,
I just want to say, I know it doesn't need to be said, but you guys are truly the best parents I think I've ever seen. I know clearly this doesn't need to be said, but.
Listen. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. I think we're good parents, but even if we're not good parents, we're not, even in like the most cynical fucking paranoid delusions, we're not like calling child protective services bad. Like even the dumbest, most malicious snarker knows that.
Yeah.
They know that. Right. And just like including the kids, it's just so pathetic. And it's not just snarkers. It's here, I'll pull this up.
I mean, it shows you how shallow their actual activism is because they're willing to waste important resources on a case that they know doesn't need it.
And by the way,
he's just showing something.
By the way, is Palestine free yet?
Yeah, this is really helping the cause of Palestine.
When the guy came, he said, the first thing he says, hey, man, I just want to say Palestine's finally free. They're free, guys. Now, first of all, let me address something. This posture is fucking insane. I don't think it's as bad as it looks. I was looking at it and I was like, my posture is not that bad. And there's a weird thing going on where my shoulders, it looks like this is like my back, but my shoulders go like this and like, I mean, look, my posture is crazy, right? But it's not that bad. The dude, Ethan, what do you call that? Ethoot? This one?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like poot.
So we need also the persona, the Quasimodo persona, the Paradise. Thank you so much for the gifted. That's very generous of you. 50 gifted. I'm in paradise, baby. Hey, I'm in paradise. Here's Denims talking about it. Was this just from today, maybe even? Hey, Gabe, what's going on, man?
By the way,
Hey, it's a beautiful Friday.
It is.
I'm having a treat. What do you think of that one? Looks good.
Well, what are you eating? Let me see. I didn't see it.
Oh, a crepe.
Ooh, funnel cake?
Oh.
Crepe.
Oh, it's a crepe.
Yeah.
It's a crepe, yeah.
Oh, I love crepes.
They look good.
What's inside?
Nutella, strawberries, and I think some Italian or Greek bread or something.
Can I say something about crepes?
Oh, here we go.
Don't you dare.
Don't. What
you
the?
dare.
I
No, the
could just
grape
tell
has
from your
potential,
tone.
But it doesn't. The fact that people just think that they can spread Nutella in there and call it a day, like melt some
Perfect.
chocolate in there. You know what I mean? Like try.
Okay, well, I mean,
something.
that's
like
fair.
Nutella is just a fucking spread. What's next?
perfect.
Your criticism is more of Nutella than it is of crepes. and
Yeah, you're
I can
a
accept
Nutella
that.
hater.
But
That
like,
doesn't surprise
it's like
me.
it's like table sauce. Like, how is that a fucking like gourmet treat? Like, put melt
It's
some
not
chocolate
gourmet
in
treat.
it.
You gotta hit
Dude,
Millet.
melt chocolate. Don't you think that'd be better?
Dude,
It's not meant to be a
have
gourmet
this-
treat.
Or it could
I
be
have this
breakfast.
place, Millet Crepe in Little Tokyo. They do. They
yep.
basically make like ice cream, like cones of newly made crepe.
That
And
sounds
they-
good.
And they put custard. They put apple pie in there, and then they put sugar, and they make a creme brulee on the top. It's crazy.
That sounds good. And I'm not
I prefer
anti-crepe.
the basic.
I just find that like they go, oh, you want Nutella and banana slices? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm not paying $20 for Nutella and banana slices. And by the way,
Crepe with
you say crepes
Nutella,
aren't
that's
gourmet,
all.
but they are very fucking expensive. And I do not know why, because that is like, it's a tiny fucking, it's like a pancake, a tenth of a pancake.
Well, do you
What's
like
with all the
pancake?
Nutella
I like
hate?
pancakes, yeah.
See, pancakes got it down. It's simple. It's butter and syrup to the point. You know,
Whoa.
you know it's gonna be good.
These are the ones Love was talking about.
That's
Yeah, this place is awesome.
crazy right there,
It's
boy.
so fucking delicious.
Yeah, it's
This
insane.
guy's dual wielding them, man.
Yeah.
One wasn't
Yeah.
enough.
That's what I do when I go there.
Wish I had 3 hands so I could hold 3. Anyway, Gabe, I'm gonna play this clip. Tell me what you think.
He's just showing the camera his phone. He's literally standing up straight.
Injury he sustained.
I'm literally not standing up straight, actually.
Okay, hold on. I know we are no Denims fans here, but let her cook on that one.
I mean, people don't know what literally means. I think everybody forgot what literally means.
Well, sure.
He is literally standing up straight.
He's literally standing up
An
straight.
injury he sustained in the disinformation wars. He had to spend long hours hunched over a laptop, ignoring his children and the poop they were eating for months to deliver that powerful content puke against the most evil man to ever live. Hassan.
So they've been going with that basically for a long time. Oh yeah, Ethan's kids crawl around and eat dog shit in their house. And then Denim hosts this and see what she says. And then now we wonder why people are calling Child Protective Services. And I'm sure she's going to defend it. She'll say, well, maybe they shouldn't, maybe they're, whatever. You can imagine what she'll say.
Piker.
Also, he literally makes fun of Mike from PA about weight all the time. That's not relevant to his arguments either. Yeah, I mean, I don't even make fun of people's weight. I've never made fun of people's weight.
Not all the time, twice, but he is a disgusting mess of a human being. I mean, visually, he's repulsive. He's got to be one of the most visually repulsive people. And that's not a commentary on his weight. It's just a statement of fact. I mean, this is empirically tested and proven. He's so vile that when he touches women, they physically recoil. We've seen it.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
They literally recoil, and he goes, ah!
Yeah.
We never showed that edit, huh?
Did you hear this? Zach made a Mike from PA. Excuse me while I punch this
I
guy.
think I did last time I was here. I love it.
While I pump this couch. Let's finish this clip, yeah, and then. So let's see how Denims handles this.
I do make fun of people's posture. If you're making an active decision that like you don't give a fuck about your health, or
This is a pretty wild take. If you have bad posture, you're a bad person. Bad posture, bad person. That's an interesting take.
Okay,
Yo, people with scoliosis are the worst, man.
This comment from Jeanette, I have to read it. It's too funny.
Go ahead.
What the fuck in the 2012 Kohl's shirt is that?
I don't want to be this someone to say it, but I have to ask her one question. And with peace and love, do you have any other shirts? Can I ask that? Does she have any other shirts? She's got to have a different shirt, right?
Yeah.
It's just one. You know.
To be fair, that's a new one. We haven't seen that one yet.
That's true.
It's a new brand.
I mean the style.
It's a new brand.
She usually wears like the denim jacket from Lululemon. That one is brought from 2012 archives from Kohl's, as Hila mentioned. Yeah.
Wow.
You spotted it? I'm not talking about the jacket. I'm just talking about like she's always wearing the same type of shirt, and it seems like I just wish her the best, and I think variety is the spice of life, and you know. What do you think, Gabe?
I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. And that's an honest man, right?
That's
there.
That's based.
That's honestly the best answer you could have given, Gabe, and I appreciate you for that. You keep it real at all times, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
Your posture or your dog shitting all over the house to the point where your kids are getting giardia.
Yeah, I never said the dog shit in my house. I never said the kids are eating shit. I said in the clip, which I can show you guys, but I said Sonny crawls around. He's an infant. He puts everything in his mouth. That's literally what all infants do. And I speculated if it could be related, his diarrhea. It turns out, by the way, that nobody had giardia except Olive, which I have clarified on the show several times. Is this defamation? I mean, it's resulted in stuff like this results in the CPS coming to my house. It seems pretty severe. Just to repeat something that maliciously. But I'm more pissed that she said I'm a bad person because I have bad posture.
I mean, a podcaster, influencer, somebody that's on the computer all day with a bad posture, I've never heard of that. Like, seriously?
Bad posture, bad people, man.
Also, I find it...
She wants to do eugenics against people with scoliosis, I understand.
This Ozempic talking point is insane. Like, all of these activists call, like, they talk about Ozempic Ethan forever. And there's someone who is on Ozempic. If Ethan wouldn't be on Ozempic, he would tell you for sure, because this is so life-changing, actually.
But even if I was, they're using it as a pejorative.
Yes.
And that's just, the problem. That's as really fucked up.
As an insult.
Yeah,
as an insult. Like, you're a weak person because you have to take Ozempic to lose
Which is
weight.
the same argument people have made in the past about taking psychiatric medicine. Right. Like, you're taking pills, bro. You didn't figure that shit out yourself. It's actually the same. But somehow she would be like, I would never make fun of someone for taking antidepressants. You know, God forbid. The Ozempic stuff doesn't bother me. Because I don't care. Like, I lost weight and I'm fucking stoked about it. The part that I don't like is just in general how people are using the taking of Ozempic to kind of to hate people. They're turning this life-changing drug into a stigma that makes you seem like you're weak, that you're pathetic.
I can't believe like people on the left would be doing that, you know? I feel like I could expect that from people on the right, with like the kind of brain rot you can expect on the right. Like, no, you know, same with mental health care.
I've been pretty disillusioned with the left dealing with all this. I see like just how shallow they're not better. They do the same shit. In fact, once the whole like anti-Zionist arc came up, they started saying the same exact things. The same exact things. And it's like, oh man, okay. Anyway, go on.
That's the image of someone who is not well.
It's so funny. My grandma had bad posture, that fucking bitch. My grandma had terrible posture, man. She's the worst.
So unwell.
Golly, you should have seen her hunched over. I was like, I hate this woman with her bad posture.
We're lucky our neighbors love us.
She does not take care of herself.
Wait, what? Wait, what, Dems? Wait, what? You guys didn't know about this? Yeah. Meth-Zempic diet.
Yeah.
This fake love competition.
But also, like, it's about I judge people who are rich way more harshly than I judge everyday people. Like, I'm sorry.
Because I'm a communist.
If
you're rich, you have no excuse to have bad posture. You have no excuse to slouch.
What?
She doesn't know, by the way, if I have scoliosis.
Wait, is she talking about the posture?
Yes. This is all about my posture. She's extrapolated that I'm a bad person, that I don't take care of myself. that I don't take care of my kids.
And she
because
judges
so-
bad
he's
posture
so unwell.
of rich people
I think she's-
more severely.
Yeah.
Some about Ozempic, isn't she?
And then
Yeah, that's why.
At that last part.
No.
Okay. Let's
This is
go
important.
back. Let's roll it back. Roll it back.
To watch,
This
no
is part of the
pausing.
archive. This
Okay,
is archival.
hold on.
Just
No
take a look
pausing.
here.
Whenever you're ready.
Here we go.
It's doing the thing where it won't play.
Take it away, Ethan.
I'm trying to take it away. Thank you. Thank you, Tom.
He's just showing the camera his phone. He's literally standing up
An
straight.
injury he sustained in the disinformation wars. He had to spend long hours hunched over a laptop, ignoring his children and the poop they were eating for months to deliver that powerful content puke against the most evil man to ever live.
but that's defamation. I wasn't. You think I edited content nuke on a laptop? That is
But so like
defamatory.
she lets this insane comments read out loud and she doesn't correct anything. She's
She
like,
did not.
"Yep."
She did not correct it. She
Yep.
co-signed it. Right, I'm not. I promise I'm not going to interrupt. This is archival.
He's literally standing up
An
straight.
injury he sustained in the disinformation wars. He had to spend long hours hunched over a laptop, ignoring his children and the poop they were eating for months to deliver that powerful content puke against the most evil man to ever live, Hassan Piker.
Also, he literally makes fun of Mike from PA about weight all the time. That's not relevant to his arguments either. Yeah, I mean, I don't even make fun of
doesn't
people's
it
weight.
create-
I've
no,
never
sorry.
made fun of people's
Doesn't
weight.
it-
I don't know.
pause.
No,
I
she
only
said
know both parties
she
with you guys.
judges rich people about how they take care of themselves.
I'm trying.
But she's hyping up Mike from PA, who is literally the picture of like, this man is. He is not a healthy man.
And he's also rich.
And he has
To be
money,
fair.
and that man looks even less kept than I do.
And so does she probably.
Yeah.
Well, Casey Tron, that right
No,
next to him.
she
right there.
is probably rich too.
Yeah.
Denims.
I hope she is. Play.
Play the clip.
I hope she has money.
I see what you're
He
saying.
had to spend long hours hunched over a laptop, ignoring his children and the poop they were
I'm
eating for
stepping
months
away.
to deliver that powerful content puke
Yeah,
against
thank
the most evil man to ever live, Hassan Piker.
Also, he literally makes fun of Mike from PA about weight all the time. That's not relevant to his arguments either. Yeah, I mean, I don't even make fun of people's weight. I've never made fun of people's weight. I do make fun of people's posture. If you're making an active decision that like you don't give a fuck about your health or your posture
Okay.
or your dog shitting all over the house to the point where your kids are getting giardia, that's the image of someone who is not well.
This is. She is talking herself into a corner here. She's so dumb. Holy fuck.
Wait, what? Wait, what, Dems? Wait, what?
Yeah. No, your
guys
audience
didn't know
is
about
right
this?
for
Yeah.
being like, "What the fuck are you saying?"
No, they're saying, wait, what? There's dog shit all over his house?
Oh my god, you paused it.
So she's
I asked you not to pause it.
she's spreading defamatory claims, and her audience is like, oh shit. Okay.
Got it.
Matt's
Gotcha.
Ozempic diet. Oh God. But also like it's about I judge people who are rich way more harshly than I judge everyday people. Like I'm sorry, if you're rich, which he is, and you put
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Unpause it.
I
Oh my
really
god.
hope.
That's the
That's
end
where
of
it
the fucking
stopped?
clip.
We
went through
need
all of that,
everything.
and I
We need it
still don't
all.
even know.
Let's thank our sponsor, and then we can dig deeper if we want.
God.
You know.
Can we let Gabe go? Poor Gabe.
Gabe, what are your thoughts?
Thoughts, Gabe?
Well, people that take care of their posture, you know, they're good people, but sometimes even good people feel unfortunate with their health. You know, if
Right.
they have poor posture, but they're a good person, it's what's the person that's in is good or bad. That's all. It's not what
Right.
their health is.
Thank you, Gabe.
What a
Gabe,
good
thank you
people.
for having
Some
more
good
moral
people have
clarity
more
than these
health
people.
problems, but they're good at heart. That's what I think.
That's right.
That's
Just to
exactly
summarize,
right.
It's what's on the inside that
Just to
counts.
summarize, you're saying that bad posture is not correlated to bad person.
No.
No correlation.
How hard was that? Gabe gets it.
It's actually intuitive.
I like that, Gabe. You never disappoint us.
Let me see your posture,
Never.
Gabe. Can I see your posture?
Ooh.
Look at
Oh.
good man right there.
That's a very
Kind of rizzed
well,
us a little bit.
That man does charity for
very
sure.
well
Yeah.
person.
All right, let's let poor Gabe and I
look
assume
good,
Nick.
Gabe. I
want to say something.
Okay.
How Big Nick wants to know how's your colonoscopy?
Thank you for checking, Nick. Or was it Big Nick?
Big
or
Nick. Big Nick wants to
I
know
love
about
that.
your
Wait, I learned
colonoscopy.
something mind-blowing about Big Nick.
What?
His brother is also a famous actor that you for sure know. He's like mega famous.
We've talked about this so many times.
He played the Jesus.
He's the Jesus
from Big Lebowski. What's his
Wait,
name?
How are you
what?
just putting this
John,
together?
I didn't know that.
John Turturro.
Wait, I didn't know that.
How do you spell their last name?
Really?
What?
This was like all part of the Gabe lore.
Yeah,
I didn't know that this was his uncle. Who knew
probably
that?
3
Remember
times.
This is Gabe's, this is.
I knew that. No
This
way.
is. I didn't know that. This is Big Nick's, the dad.
Brother?
His dad's not Gabe's dad, but Nick's dad. This is his brother.
What?
They're both like highly accomplished actors. That's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
I love this guy.
And
This-
the
this-
cousin Janice Soprano is also Turturro. She
Whoa.
played Janice Soprano.
Wait, what kind of legacy is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're like
Who is she?
Hollywood royalty.
Oh yeah, I remember her from Soprano.
Wow, what a legacy.
Wow.
That's so cool. I love. I'll admit that I'm not super familiar with Big Nick's acting because I never watched. And what was the show?
NYPD Blue.
I never watched that. I heard he was fantastic. I mean, he won.
My
a
parents
SAG
used to
award.
watch it all the time.
If he's related, he's in this family of thespians that.
Yeah.
But I've seen this guy in a ton of movies, and I've always loved his work. So that's pretty amazing.
Oh my god.
Gabe's a big actor too. I've seen him.
Gabe,
in a
yeah,
bunch
I mean,
of roles.
there you go.
I've seen him on the H3 show.
Yeah.
But he's done a
Yeah.
bunch of cameos in a bunch of movies.
Oh.
Yeah,
He's
super
actually
cool.
actively in one of the best shows on TV. He's on Severance. He's one of the main characters of Severance.
Wow. I love Severance.
Yeah, he's awesome. I think that's super cool. But to answer your question, Gabe, the pill is still in me, as far as I know.
Wait.
I have not passed it, as far as I know.
Or you passed it and you didn't realize.
I don't think so because I haven't really been having BMs since all that happened. Like my whole body got emptied, and I haven't really had like a full BM.
Yeah. What's BM?
Bowel
movement.
Bowel movement.
Hasn't taken a big shit in a few days.
That's the scientific term.
Yeah. Yeah. Dog shit.
Anywho, Gabe, are you there with Big Nick?
What is it?
Are you there with Big Nick?
No, I'm just by myself right
Tell
now.
him, but tell him thanks for asking. I appreciate him. What a great guy having him in the show.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Thank him for asking. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh, anywho.
I noticed that Zach, I think, doesn't like the anywho soundbite.
What makes you say that?
Because you don't play it a
You
lot.
should play it more.
And like I feel like people keep asking for it, and I have a theory that you don't think it's funny.
I do think it's funny.
You don't play it.
You don't have to lie.
Anywho.
I think it's funny. I think the original one's funnier though.
Oh.
That's how me and
Okay.
Lena say goodnight now. Like every night.
Anywho.
Anywho, I'm going to bed now.
I'm going to bed now.
Yeah.
Gabe, take care, all right? We love you.
See you, Gabo.
Bye, Gabe.
Thanks
Love
for
you.
calling.
All right.
Happy Friday.
Have a great weekend. I
You
love
too,
you
man.
all. You guys
You
are
too.
the best. I love you.
You're the
Ethan.
best.
I want to wish you well
You're the best,
and
man.
good health to you.
Good health to you, my friend.
And to you,
Good
Gabe.
health and prosperity to you, my
Keep that
sweet-
back straight. People will judge you.
Yeah, keep that. I know exactly.
All right. Bye, Gabe.
Bye.
Gabe.
Still positive. All right.
Man, what a guy. He really is such a.
He's the GOAT.
He is. He's the GOAT.
He is
such a positive guy.
the GOAT.
Just always. It always brings the mood up.
Big Nick was there when he was very, he was very concerned about you, and he actually cares. When I,
Yeah, he is such a nice guy.
no, he's amazing.
I feel like that whole
New bestie?
That whole. I think he might be my new bestie.
Yeah.
he was there.
That whole family is just a whole group of really
going-
nice.
They're awesome.
Yeah, like Gabe's parties, like it feels like it's family. Like people that we just met, like they're so welcoming. His dad gave us like cigars from his collection. They're vibes.
Nice.
Badass.
All
Man.
vibes.
We love them. We love the
It's vibe.
Doritos.
Tortura.
Not the Doritos.
Turturro.
Turturro.
Yeah, yeah.
Turturro.
They're
close.
Italian, right? It has to be.
Yeah.
Turturro.
Yeah, and they're from Brooklyn. Oh.
And Brooklyn, huh?
Brooklyn.
From Brooklyn
Oh, you talking
over
about
here.
Brooklyn?
Who's over here? Come on, I'm walking. All right, let me thank our sponsor,
Please.
and then we can consider getting more down the denim hole. Thank you to GamerSubs, who I love. I'm so excited about the new flavor.
I haven't tried it yet.
We've almost mastered it. I was sipping on it yesterday during our members, and it is delicious. And the color is beautiful.
Oh my god, it's so good. I've been
Can I
drinking
see it?
nonstop.
Because I was
I have
listening.
a little bit left here.
Oh, okay.
Is the powder gone?
So it's like a
No,
pinkish,
there's more.
a pinkish color?
It's kind of just
Yeah.
like almost a watermelon red.
Okay.
color.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, but the flavor's not red. Warm.
Can we say what the flavor is? I mean, at this point, why not?
I
like
don't.
to keep
I'm gonna
it
err on the
secret.
side of caution and say no.
Well, I don't think that GamerSubs cares. If that's your concern.
You don't think that they care, or you
Nah,
know that they don't care.
They're the best. They don't care. what we
I
do.
personally like a secret.
Okay.
And then
This is your baby, so I'll leave it
Really?
to you.
You're
Well, I
letting
mean, the
me-
flavor. The
mean, you're
flavor
the
was your
boss.
idea,
Okay. Well, I appreciate you letting me
so
choose.
I'll let you unveil it.
Okay. Cool.
It's really good though, and I think it's gonna smash.
I think so too. I've been in the labs. I've been trying everything, and
Nice.
I
He
think
has.
this is a.
This man has a lab coat. You
That's
understand?
It's
Yeah,
true.
He's
dude.
taking it really fucking seriously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's how seriously we take GamerSubs in general. I mean, these are the leaders in making delicious, hydrating. It's got electrolytes, minerals, all the essentials you need in a fucking badass, delicious drink. No sugar. If you're stuck on sugary drinks, get on this, and I'll tell you what else it's got. It's got caffeine to give you that boost. If you're used to drinking Coke for the caffeine, you got that. If you're drinking coffee, you don't.
Drinking
Is
too
there
much
dog?
coffee.
Did Olive get back there?
No, she's in the kitchen.
Oh, I think some.
I'll investigate. Don't worry.
Where's Ducky? Is it Ducky?
He's also in the kitchen. They're
Oh.
fine.
They're fine. So maybe
there's
just
a-
something tripped. Something tripped.
Is it? I'm in your walls.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's really such a great drink, and it's such a great company. They have a ton of flavors. We have our own flavor out. One flavor called Sigma Brain. It's said to increase your IQ by 100 points. 100.
Sure, that's been tested, right? Scientific
A
tested.
whole 100 points.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a spicy margarita flavor. Never been done before. And even if you don't like spicy, you will like this because it's a taste sensation. It's just a little experience. It's not really spicy. It's a limey, tangy, delicious drink. I personally really love it. In fact, Ms. Kiff loves it too.
Miss Kiff loves it.
Oh yeah.
I like how you describe it. It's a tickle.
Yeah.
It is. It's not spicy in the way that you might be afraid it is.
I've used that word in my vocabulary now.
Tickle?
A tickle.
Okay. I mean,
Okay.
That's a pretty common word.
yeah, tickling. I've known about tickling.
I'm just to describe
As an
something
adjective or-
lightly.
All right.
Okay.
Sure.
Like tickling those ivories,
Tickling the ivories, my dude.
my dude.
Let me find you guys. Yeah. That's really good. Look at all the flavors they've got. They have this amazing. Let's see here. This thing, I just can't get enough of them. They will send you a free sample of this anywhere worldwide for free. You don't even need to put in a
That's
credit
great.
card. You just go to our page, gamersubs.gg/h3. I mean, that's what the copy says.
Okay, never mind.
That's really good. And well, let me go to the link. But anyway, you go to the link gamersubs.gg/h3. Links in the description, and you can get yourself free worldwide sample. They'll send you 3 different samples to try. No credit card. All they need is your name and your address, and you can try it for free. That's how confident they are in their
Brilliant.
product.
They know.
I'm happy to say that I think a lot of people are picking up GamerSubs, and I think that it's just universally everybody is really enjoying the products that they make. Let's take a look at some of the flavors. I think we're gonna rush on this.
I haven't said this in a while. You know, I've tried a lot of similar products, and the reason I like this one specifically is because the
Here we are.
drink dissolves fully. You will not. You shake it once, then you can let it sit. The powder won't sit at
Very
the
well
bottom.
Yeah.
engineered.
Yeah.
It'll mix fully and stay mixed.
There you
Other
go.
products that I've tried, you shake it, let it stand for 5 minutes. It sinks to the bottom.
Still powdery.
And you have to shake it again.
That's the worst feeling when you get powder still in your drink.
It's so obvious that this is the move, and that's why it's my favorite.
If you're not doing it, you're a fool.
It's true. It's just it's just a matter of fact. And the thing is, like, at the end of the day, folks.
Maybe you're not a fool. Maybe you have a good reason.
At the end of the day, folks, and a lot of times I end up drinking more water because of it. I end up more hydrated.
True.
Because it's delicious. So, guys, check it out. Use code H3.
That's really good.
And go to gamersubs.gg/H3. Support our wonderful sponsor. It's just such a great product and such a great sponsor. We love them so much.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Gamersubs. Here's our flavor, by the way. I gotta say, our packaging is pretty good compared to the other stuff I've seen.
I think it's sick. I really like it.
It's really good.
It's really good.
We're gonna have to even.
It reminds me of Sigma from the famous video game franchise known as Mega Man.
Right.
Is there a Sigma?
It's the main villain.
Oh.
Specifically,
Interesting
Mega
that
Man
he's
X.
Sigma.
Well, Mega Man X. In the
There's
X
a
sub-series
difference,
of Mega Man, I apologize. It's Dr. Wily in the original Mega Man, but in the X sub-series, which is my personal favorite, Sigma is the main villain.
Sigma.
Yeah, I have grown up with Mega Man.
It's true.
You love Mega Man, man. You've been talking about it your whole life.
My whole fucking life,
I have grown up with Mega Man.
This is Sigma. He does look Sigma as fuck. This guy walks his own path, man.
That's what I'm saying. He's a maverick. He leads the Mavericks. That's what they're called in that world.
Oh, for real?
He is a maverick.
Like me.
In a Sigma. I've never really put that together. He's a maverick and a Sigma, dude.
Like me, Dan.
Are you? Yeah.
I'm a maverick.
For sure.
And I'm definitely a Sigma.
For sure. Hila and I made eye contact when you said that.
You gotta show Olive and Ducky playing. They're so funny how they play. Because Ducky is so much smaller, but he does not shy away from her. They play so cute. They're so cute.
She keeps standing over him, though. It's so funny.
Yeah, he gets under her like this.
Yeah.
Oh.
He fits completely under her.
That's a good strategy. It's like in Lord of the Rings when they run under the elephant's legs.
He's definitely using whatever advantage he can get from his small stature. Yeah, she's so great. I'm so happy she's part of our family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, she got CPS called on us, though.